So this next one comes from a series that I started. Each poem deals with a different famous entrepreneur, because they don't get enough attention, especially from the poetry world. So this is, you know what J.L. Kraft is, right? The inventor of processed cheese. This is Famous Entrepreneurs Part 1, J.L. Kraft. J.L. Kraft stares at his hands. Everything he touches takes on a uniform flavor. J.L. Kraft is on the radio manipulating your prejudice against microbes. J.L. Kraft perches at the piano. The instrument's keys seem to remember his fingers. J.L. Kraft was not embalmed. He was processed. J.L. Kraft flirts with eternity. He sleeps in foil and dreams of an infinite shelf life. J.L. Kraft is radioluminescent. Those closest to him are slowly poisoned by his beautiful glow. J.L. Kraft is at the furnace again. He's burning furniture. The chairs become a memory made of ash. And since it's election season as well, I think we should all be reminded that it's election season. And this poem reminds me of election season, which is its own kind of darkness. This is called What We're Watching Now. What's in 2 parts? 1. A camera catches an act of theft. A hand slides into a purse. A purse is held under a slot machine. Someone wants a machine to protect commercial interests. Someone lies frozen on the couch during a commercial. Frozen hope leads to lapsed expectations. Lapsed logic gets lost in a file. A lost voice won't return. The senator is screaming about the return of the steam engine. The street steams. We need antenna to find our hotel. Our ancient antennae are useless. We just stare at each other. 2. For details on corporate corruption, we milk the book. For us, books are bricks, though some argue flames or wings. Under the wing of a 747, our house looks tiny. This house is full of anger over the point count of antlers. The senator points to the birth rate as a sign of his decline. We aren't convinced. Convinced our obsolete machines are suicidal, his followers push typewriters from bridges. The bridge buckles as an acrobat balances on a wire above an earthquake. During the groundbreaking, the senator kisses a constituent's neck. We aren't having fun. Excuse me. These next 2 come from a collaborative project I worked on with a Texas poet named William Finn Roby. And I encourage you to look at his work online. It's awesome. Everybody knows what a Florida room is, right? Glass air porch, back porch kind of. The idea of the series, we wrote a series together, the idea of the series was that every room of the house would have a different poem, every area or accessory to the house would have a different poem. So this is called Florida Room. Georgia room, Hawaii room, Massachusetts room, flowers bloom, Florida soon, Florida's new, Pompadour, ruination, the Florida room, the Florida channel, the 24-hour Florida channel, Florida rooms with Georgia, Florida kisses Cuba, pressure drop, Florida room, pirate treasure room, tanning salon room, Miami, Orlando, Key West, Tallahassee room. The what could be better than this room? Private practice all his life he had his Florida room. Mud room, dirty laundry room, flowers bloom in Florida soon. The Florida room is where you put your Florida. Success in business leads to part ownership in Florida, room to stretch your legs for once. Boots and saddle room, leave your muddy boots here. Room is where the heart is, where the Florida room. Sponsored by the orange growers of Florida, room at the bottom for your signature and your Florida room. That's where you put your Florida room, right there. And accordingly, in the series, even the mailbox gets some poems. So this one's called Mailbox. See, I just hope you find all the darkness you can get out of these. That's all. I just want to bring you the darkness. That's all I want to do. So, mailbox. Poor, poor mailbox, dragon of the South China Sea. We send letters to the North Pole through the Homeowners Association. We lead embryos through drag races down Milner Road. Say yes, and scare the chill off. Such distress. And always, those who are about to be, wait between an excess of almonds and gasoline. Gas lamp lit fist in smoke, bear our communication. Holy newsletters from a pope in mourning. Whole testaments on paper plates, embossed with acorns and slipped in beige envelopes. Bless you to a sneeze. Wording of seizures. It's all money, though. And a snow flurry stains the chocolate and sausage catalog's first page. The weight of stationery sways the way junk wags on its way to the garbage. Embrace something. Be specific. All this cold will make the summer seem better if we live that long. Thanks. And I'm going to finish up with a couple of pieces from a series I've been working on for like 8 months now. It's crazy. I took the title from this book by Ferdinand de Saussure called Course in General Linguistics. I don't know if anybody's read that. I hope not. And I took the section titles from the book and I wrote my own stuff under the section titles, so I'm using that as a framework. Some kind of constraint is absolutely necessary for me. So, this will be Course in General Linguistics, Introduction, Section 1, A Glance at the History of Linguistics, snappy titles all the way through. Language belongs to castaways and cult leaders. Students of language wrinkle their foreheads and sweat when they chew. Language builds demand for the continued commercialization of language. The house of language fills with monologues and self-portraits. Language, a tongue slipping deliriously toward simplification by age and dollar. Language enters a gated community pretending to be silence. Language is a black-haired fly confidently touching a face. Language is younger than a pedal in a driveway, younger than the cliff from which the despondent jump. When the door to language opens, a light turns on. As the door closes, the light pauses, then goes dark. And this is from a section called General Principles. Part 1, Nature of the Linguistic Sign. Nature, the dying bride of language. We smoke hemlock and elect a beagle to teach us its language. The roots of a magnolia penetrate our bunker's roof. We won't let them touch our dictionaries. For 8 troubled months we lived without language. If the world would exist, language would possess the efficacy of our personal care products. Language is our hostile witness. Our ancestors living far from large cities illegally distilled powerful language from corn. This is the origin of NASCAR. Built above an ancient burial ground, our language is haunted by angry spirits.